To Syria now, where stories of atrocities, brutal detentions and mass killings are still coming to light after the fall of dictator Bashar al-Assad. In the Damascus suburb of Darayya, eyewitnesses of a 2012 massacre are now breaking their silence and recounting what they experienced. DW's Mohamad Chreyteh reports from outside the Syrian capital.
In this town, signs of life are rare. We are in Darayya, in the southern outskirts of Damascus. Only a few of its more than 100,000 residents are back following the fall of Bashar al-Assad. They are trying to rebuild their lives. 63-year-old Jamal Bayraktar sits on the ruins of what used to be his salt factory. He says his family owned a number of shops and buildings here. Now it's all gone.
They used barrel bombs to exterminate everything. There were factory machines there. After destroying the building, they looted whatever was left. You know, this is how it goes. We have nothing left, I swear. I'm living in a rental house now.
Just like most of the people in Darayya, he's glad that Assad's rule has come to an end.
They were gangsters. Thank God it's over. We must kiss the ground in gratitude. My only son fled to Egypt. He's my only son. They took him 3 times from between my arms. I had to beg the officer so that he would let my son go. I sent him to Egypt after that.
In 2011, Darayya was one of the first towns to rise against al-Assad. For that, it paid a heavy price. In August of 2012, a horrifying massacre took place in the basement of this building at the hands of Iranian militias and Syrian officers, Jamal tells me.
People were hiding all over the place. This is all connected. And poor people were hiding here. They stormed the basement and shot everyone. They were competing who kills more people. They killed any and everyone.
Almost every family in the neighborhood lost a member in this massacre. Among the victims was Fahmiya's daughter.
We saw a lot of militants, so we tried to escape before they would see us and kill us. We barely made it towards the mosque before they shot at our car. They first hit the tires and the battery, and then they shot all over the car. One bullet penetrated my daughter's heart. She died immediately.
Most survivors, like Fahmiya, do not forgive the former regime. They feel they will never get closure. Local activists here in Darayya told me that at least 750 bodies were recovered from this basement. They said that even after 12 years since the massacre, they still find human remains. Until 2 weeks ago, before the downfall of the Assad regime, no one was allowed to visit the town's graveyard, Jamal says.
No one knows where exactly his relatives or siblings are buried. All the bodies were brought here with bulldozers. People are buried in mass graves across this field.
Having witnessed these atrocities firsthand, Jamal is at last relieved to be able to speak about the many untold stories that happened in Darayya.
DW's Beirut Bureau Chief Mohamad Chreyteh filed that report, and he joins us now for more. Mohamad, really horrifying stories, heartbreaking to listen to those survivors. But I know those people are just a few of so many more who suffered. What struck you most about the people you were able to speak to?
It was really a very overwhelming feeling for me and for the rest of the team to see the scale of destruction and to listen to hundreds of stories of pain and suffering that the residents went through under the Assad regime rule. One thing that is very common wherever we went in Syria is the appetite of people to speak. Whenever they see journalists, they would approach us and ask to be interviewed. They just want to express their feelings and anger and be heard. And I think that, you know, this made me feel that the amount of effort needed to for the destruction, you know, must be doubled and maybe tripled for a proper reconciliation in Syria, and for those who suffered to heal and overcome their anger and traumas.
Well, indeed, being able to speak openly and freely about the horrific things that they endured is a first step. But Mohamad, where does the path to actual reconciliation and perhaps even more importantly, justice in Syria lie? Just how difficult is that going to be?
It is indeed one of the biggest challenges that the new authorities will be facing. You know, after 14 years of civil war, hundreds of thousands were killed and thousands are still missing. Millions have been displaced. So people must be holding some sort of grudges. And it's a long process to forgive and to heal. People have been telling us that the reconciliation have already started with the fall of the Assad regime, but it needs further efforts. Indeed, they want to see justice being served. They want to see those who were involved in torture and crimes to be prosecuted, and they want to know the fate. Most importantly, they want to know the fate of thousands of their loved ones who went missing, and only by that they will have a proper closure. That's what they have been telling us.
Mohamad, thank you so much for that. That was DW's Mohamad Chreyteh reporting for us. We appreciate it so much.